businesses need to abandon these chambers of commerce. I mean, it's been a tough few years for Calgary businesses. And while COVID-19 has, of course, played a large part in the pressures, businesses have been struggling due to bad governance on all levels of government for years. I mean, typically, businesses can expect their local chamber to advocate on their behalf when they're in trouble. In Calgary, though, the chamber has gone so woke, they aren't even worth joining anymore, much less counting on them to bring their message to governments. So let's give some history. The first Canadian Chamber of Commerce, I didn't know this, was formed in 1750 in Halifax. And now they have branches, of course, in every community in the country. And their initial mandate was pretty simple. They were speaking for businesses and providing networking opportunities. Now, those days are long, long gone. I mean, in Calgary, in 2019, businesses were being crushed by double and even triple business tax increases under the Nenshi administration. The chamber was nowhere to be seen on this issue, however. They were busy pursuing bike lanes. It was only when hundreds of business owners actually protested in front of City Hall at an unprecedented demonstration that the city administration took notice. Business owners aren't prone to attending protests. This indicates, though, how desperate they'd become and the lack of representation they had, despite a very well-funded Chamber of Commerce in the city. Unfortunately, most businesses simply cut a check to the local chamber as a matter of habit every year, and they ignore it after that. They know the organization's of little value to them, but the problem is this apathy allows bad elements to slip into what was once a good group. And the apathy of chamber members has allowed Calgary's chamber to morph into a woke advocacy organization. It was bad enough when the chamber was useless, but now they're actually becoming a detriment to enterprise in the city. Since Calgary Chamber appointed CBC commentator Deborah Yedlin as its CEO, things have gone from bad to worse. Yedlin has no experience in running a small to medium business, and it shows. The stances she's taken in the last couple of years have been absurd. I mean, Yedlin's clear dislike for the UCP has been shining through. That was well programmed into her during her CBC time, I'm sure. I was gobsmacked, though, when she vocally declared that the removal of vaccine passports was going to harm businesses in Calgary. Yes, she said that. She claimed that customers would stay home out of fear if businesses didn't continue to scan people's phones and deny entry to the unvaccinated. It doesn't matter where you stand on the vaccine issue. Yedlin's statement on this were just stupid. And it's clear she didn't talk to the business owners she claims to represent at all. No right-minded business wants to dedicate an employee to stopping and scanning every customer entering the establishment. It costs money, it interferes with the customer experience, and while the majority of the people are indeed vaccinated, excluding the minority still shrinks your customer base. Thankfully, at least Kenny, who was premier at the time, ignored Yedlin, and when the mandates were dropped, business, unsurprisingly, grew. Lo and behold, it sounds like Yedlin didn't know what the hell she was talking about. The chamber, in the meantime, has been advocating for equity laws. Code word for socialism, guys. And it speaks of vibrancy and other buzzwords. Businesses, though, particularly downtown in Calgary, they're dealing with crushing taxes, high crime, and an empty transit system because nobody wants to ride on there with the addicts. Where's the chamber on this? Well, we don't hear a thing. The chamber now has recommended that the city dump its cowboy hat and Western image. Yeah, you heard that right. Calgary enjoys local branding and an image that hundreds of cities would kill for. And the Calgary Chamber wants to dump it and turn the city presumably into another Toronto. Again, tone deaf and no business sense. Now the head of the chamber is on an anti-UCP crusade as Yedlin's attacking Premier Danielle Smith at every turn. I guess her hopes of returning the NDP to power are pretty evident. While Yedlin is certainly welcome to her political views, her responsibility should be to the business community. And let's not pretend socialism is in the interests of businesses. The only way to fix the chamber now is to starve it back into common sense. It's spoiled by easy money from the energy companies. I mean, the Western Standard, we have a membership with the Strathmore Chamber of Commerce. It bounds on Calgary and offers many of the same services, and it isn't hopelessly woke. Calgary businesses need to examine their options and seek them out. Why keep funding an organization that actually works against your business's interest? So I'm just reaching out, guys. I'd say don't renew your membership with the Calgary Chamber. Teach these guys a lesson because they are not doing you or your business any favors.
The current Lethbridge feed grain prices are unchanged, with cash barley at $4.45, feed wheat at $4.56, and corn at $457 per ton. In the milling wheat markets, March Minneapolis futures are up 6 cents at $9.02, with local hard red spring bid for December movement at $11.45 per bushel. In the oilseeds, nearby canola futures are up $11.70 at $851.40 per ton, with delivered values for December at $19.08 per bushel. In the pulse markets, nearby red lentil prices remain at 33 cents per pound, and yellow peas are trading at $12.75 per bushel. In the cattle markets, February live cattle are unchanged at $153.62.5 per hundredweight. For more information and picked up on farm price options, give me a call at 403-394-1711. I am David Lee at Marketplace Commodities, accurate real-time marketing information and pricing options.
Canadian Shooting Sports Association. Without the CSSA, our gun rights would have been taken long ago. These guys are on the front lines helping to draft smart and intelligent firearms regulations and legislation in Canada, and more importantly, educating the public about how we keep guns out of the hands of the wrong people. To become a member, it's absolutely worth every penny. You can become a Western Standard member for just $10 a month or $99 a year for unlimited access